and welcome back to our channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tiffany, and today I'm continuing on my Meatloaf Monday recipes with a brand new one. It's a different take on a Canadian dish. You guessed it, I'm doing a poutine meatloaf. I know, sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? Considering a traditional poutine consists of fries, cheese curds, and gravy. So, why don't we just hop in and I'll show you how I did it. Okay everyone, so as you guys can see, I have everything set out on the counter. I have my ground meat over here. I have my gravy. I have my mashed potatoes. I have my cheese, an egg, and some about 3/4 of a cup of onions. I'm not using any breadcrumbs this time around, so I don't need those. So this is what we're going to use to make our poutine stuffed meatloaf. So that being said, let's hop right in. So we're just going to move the gravy and the mashed potatoes out of the way for right now, because we don't need them just yet. Okay, and we don't need that just yet. So pretty simplistic. I mean, everybody knows with a meatloaf, you know, add your onions. And this time I went with a red onion, kind of give it a little bit of coloring, different colors this time around. So get all the oniony goodness out of there, like so. Alright, there we go. And then of course, gotta get our egg in there. Oh, whoop, there's our egg. And as per always, we're gonna add a little bit of our cheese in there. Kind of make it a little cheesy. Now, you guys are probably wondering, you know, how is she gonna make this a poutine stuffed? Well, you're gonna see and how everything else comes into play. So, and you know what? Just for the heck of it, we're gonna add a little bit of the beef gravy that I have from a leftover roast. Kind of mix in there as well and give it a little bit of a nice flavoring. So, as per always, we get our mixers out and we mix the meatloaf and get all gooey and ooey and everything. Get it all nice and mixed in there. Like I said, everybody knows that I use ground chicken, so it's like glue. You gotta really mix it in pretty good so that you don't have any issues with your mixture or chunks of stuff that don't have anything in it. So, alright, there we go. You gotta get it off your hands too. It's everywhere. It really is ooey and gooey. Okay, so now I'm gonna go take my hands from this ooey gooey mess and go clean them up. So, get all of this stuff that we can off, like so. And I will be back with you guys as soon as I have them washed. Alright everyone, so there you go, you have our little meat mixture. So we're now going to take our pan, as per normal. You guys have watched me do this several times now when it comes to my meatloaf recipes. So we are going to take most of the mixture. I'm going to leave some in the bowl, like so. So we have some for the top. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to kind of press her into the bowl, like so. And up the sides, like that. And kind of like this, so you have a nice... You have to have a nice little well inside here, so it's not so bad, and about an inch along the sides, so that it stays contained in the meatloaf. Now, with the way we're doing this, this probably could be a meal on its own, and you'll see why I say that in one moment. Once we get a little bit more into the crevices. Flatten her out, and move her down, and up the side there like that. Do that lovely little well here and up the side here too. But you still have to make sure that there's some on the bottom, otherwise it's going to go right through and stick to your pan. So, all right. So now that we have that, okay, everybody, you see. So this is how we're going to make it a poutine. So poutine usually consists of fries, cheese curds, and gravy. So we're going to use our mashed potatoes, as you see. Put them in there, like so. And I need another spoon. There we are, we have our spoon. So we're going to use this one. Gotta press it down inside and away from the edges, like this. And so we don't cross-contaminate, I'm going to use this spoon to scoop out again. So we're just going to kind of press her in. Try and stay away from the edges if you can, like so. Like that. Okay. And then grab a little bit more with that spoon. Just kind of press her in like so. Just gotta make it a nice press. You know, press it in really nice and flat and such, but also in a little bit of a weld here too, because you want the gravy to sit in it nicely as well. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to take our gravy. Like I said, this is a beef gravy left over from a roast I did a little while ago. So we're going to stick the gravy in, kind of like so. Okay, and then with our spoon, kind of also do the same thing, kind of flatten her down like so. Trying to keep away from the sides as best you can, like trying to keep it all in the middle so the meatloaf can do its thing and it connects with the rest of it. Alright, there we are for that. Now we're going to take some of our handy-dandy cheese. Just going to kind of put it on top, like so. And there you have your mashed potato, gravy, and cheese for your poutine and your meatloaf. Like so. And we're going to take the rest of our mix and try and get it on top and spread out evenly. Which could be a little bit more difficult than I thought. But that's the whole point of cooking, isn't it? Is to get messy and see what you can do, right? So we're just going to squish it over that way and squish it over this way and kind of pack her down like so and just move it around so it kind of gets mixed and covers all of the stuff like that. Alright. Oops. What I do with all the rest of the stuffed meatloaf, just kind of batten down the hatches here a little bit, make sure it's covered on all sides so that nothing escapes, or at least you hope nothing will escape. Okay, so there we go. Now we have it that way. We're going to do it again. We're going to take a little bit of the gravy and just kind of put it on top, like so. Like that. Okay. Spread it out with our spoon. I know I kind of chose a slotted spoon. I probably shouldn't have. Oh well. Just kind of get it all spread out like that as evenly as you can, and to your best of your abilities. Alright, so we're not going to need that again. And then once again, our cheese. And we will sprinkle said cheese on top and try to rescue the stuff that falls off. There we go. Get in there. So as you guys can see, yes, I said that poutine usually involves cheese curds. Well, I don't have cheese curds, so we're substituting with shredded cheese. So we're doing a shredded marble cheese instead. So just kind of spread it on top like so. Like that. Like that. So you get all the way up to the edge without touching. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Now I have the oven preheated to 350. So we will now cook that at 350 for about 45 minutes. Check on it, and if it still needs some more time, we'll add another 15 minutes. So I will be back with you guys when it's time to show you it on the plate. Alright everyone, so here you go. You get to see there is the meatloaf right there. The poutine meatloaf is right there. Doesn't that look yummy? And I took some poetic licensing and I diced up some potatoes with their skins on, added some cheese, put some gravy over it, and made a poutine side that way without the fries to go with it. So, doesn't that look scrumptious? Now it's time for us to go dig in.
So what do y'all think? Didn't that look great? It was really yummy. And you'd think with the potatoes in the middle it wouldn't work, but man did it ever. You have to try it. It was like a meal in itself. I mean, I didn't even have to put the side with it. You could have just eaten the meatloaf the way it was. It was so yummy. And such a great idea. It was, like I said, I just decided to make a meatloaf using a traditional and well-known dish, Canadian dish, a poutine. And like I said, so I used mashed potatoes instead of fries. I didn't have fries, but a friend, a follower of ours has asked me to do a video again on poutine. So when I have the ingredients, I will do just that. But for now, hopefully you all enjoyed this meatloaf recipe. It was fun to come up with and figure out how to do, so, and was very, very yummy. So we hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe think about leaving us a thumbs up. It really does help us out and gets us out to more people and everything like that. And if you haven't yet, come join our family. We get up to a lot of yummy chaos, great recipes. We like to experiment a little bit with food and try different takes on traditional recipes, as you see. We have a lot of family togetherness and just good old-fashioned chaos. If that's the kind of content you're looking for, come join our family. We welcome everybody with open arms and open hearts. But that being said, it's getting late, so I'm going to head to bed. See everybody in the next one. Bye, everybody.